Thanks everybody for coming to Pitch Day for 100K on November 2nd, 2022. It's a great day to pitch. You guys know I get super excited for Pitch Day. I don't even like to call it Wednesday. It's just Pitch Day. And today we're going to hear from Russ from AI Media Lab. And congratulations to H and Russ on getting through the flanks of requirements that you have to get through to show up here on Pitch Day. We, on average, we screen and provide feedback and give deck coaching to 15 or 20 companies for every one that's selected to pitch. So congrats on making it through. And for those companies that aren't quite ready to pitch, you can enter one of our incubator programs where we help you as a founder make it to our pitch day or another demo day somewhere else by giving you hopefully some great coaching and education along the way. Before we get started today, just a couple of things who are new to our program. First, Startup NV is Nevada's statewide nonprofit accelerator and incubator. We operate three nonprofit programs for entrepreneurs or founders, if you prefer, and four for-profit investment funds or syndicates. Our nonprofit operation is supported by grants and sponsors in the near term, and over the long term, by participating accelerator companies who pledge a teeny tiny amount of equity to our nonprofit, which we hope will be worth a lot of money and someday soon. So we run Pitch Day for 100K every other Wednesday or fortnightly, where companies pitch for the Q&A that comes with the luxury of getting to pitch to us. And if you make it into the accelerator, it comes with an investment from Fund NV, our pre-seed fund, of 50K added to by or replicated with a match from SSBCI. So that's the 100K sort of minimum that the folks who get into our accelerator get. And then our syndicate adds to that. And they've typically added an average of about an additional $75,000 to our investment. So on average, we invest about 124K. That gets matched by SSBCI. And so we've made 16 direct investments in 2021 and 2022 so far, ranging from 50K on the small end to $1.3 million on the large end. Now for the legal disclaimer, as everybody's joining the call, the founders pitching today are pitching from investment from our SEC-approved venture capital funds and our accredited investor network. The pitches are directed to our investors, but we do invite the entire community to attend for educational purposes, like watching Shark Tank. This educational component is critical to our mission of growing Nevada's startup ecosystem and diversifying our state's economy. So once again, the pitches today are not a general solicitation for investment. That wouldn't be right, but it is for our investor group. Who are all accredited investors or qualified purchasers. So for information on our programs for entrepreneurs and for accredited investors, check us out at startupnv.org. End of disclaimer. So our nonprofit work with entrepreneurs along with people interested in startups and investing would not be possible without the financial help of our sponsors and supporters. The City of Las Vegas, the Nevada Governor's Office of Economic Development, or GOED, as we like to call them, Eide Bailly, and KPMG. Now, if you are someone or you know someone who might like to help with financial support or in-kind services, please introduce me or one of my colleagues at Startup NV. We'll give them a good deal.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Russ Logan, and appreciate the time to pitch AI Media Lab. So AI Media Lab, we consider ourselves building AI-powered experiences. So we're a next generation platform that powers immersive AI experiences. We all know that AI is around, but really interactive AI and content and media is really where we play. So we're using it to deliver these really unforgettable, very hyper immersive experiences. So the problem we're really solving is that companies lose tons of money a year to churn, and that's mainly due to customer experience being the #1 brand differentiator. Also with COVID and going online and with labor shortages, it's really becoming a factor of people really needing that massive experience to not lose and go to a different brand. So there's a really big opportunity across many, many spaces. customers are willing to spend more for these great experiences, actually up to 70% more. And those who can deliver them, especially now and within the next 5 years, will win big with the new customers that they get and the customers that they keep. So really imagine if your AI could have hundreds of thousands of one-on-one experiences, with each customer, be your brand ambassadors, build new revenue streams for your company, keep your current customers happy, loyal, and engaged, and do all of this 24/7 for a fraction of today's cost. So our first product out of our platform is the AI guide. And I have a video that really kind of shows what it looks like in person, because it's much better to see live. So I'm going to show that, and then we'll continue after that.
Human beings have come a long way. We have watches that can tell time and answer phone calls. We have computers in our pockets, flying cars, and artificial intelligence has been implemented perfectly into every piece of technology.
Alexa, I need medical assistance immediately.
I added medical assistance immediately to your shopping list.
I'm just kidding. But we are getting there. What if we actually lived in the future we fantasized about on the big screen for decades, where AI is at the center of how every human interacts with everything?
You know, men cry too. It feels good.
Is that why you don't have a girlfriend?
We're the AI Media Lab, and we've created a next-generation platform that powers immersive AI experiences. We're focused on creating AI guides that can meet you on the web, mobile, metaverse.
Hi there, I'm Brittany.
Or even in the real world.
Hello, Digital Deepak.
Hey, Jimmy.
We bring our AI to life by combining our proprietary platform with the best tools out there to create digital media experiences for organizations and brands. Experiences with AI guides that are interactive.
It's good to see you again.
Can I ask you a question?
Let's hear it.
Can you tell me about the nervous system?
To get started, let's talk about your brain.
This approach has allowed us to develop things like on-demand voice synthesis, where an interactive character can think, then speak new, custom thoughts in real time.
Say oranges, rhinoceros, potato.
Oranges, rhinoceros, potato.
We're developing AI characters that can speak any language.
Wow, qué hermoso día en Las Vegas Digital.
The tech can be applied and paired with other hardware and technology, like full-body holograms.
Is that really you? It is me. Is it really you?
From 3D avatars to photoreal deepfakes, we're creating digital media experiences that garner some serious attention. Our Joe Biden campaign reached over 100 million eyes in just 1 month.
Thanks.
Our Santa Time project became the most watched Santa content on TikTok, while the interactive app helped raise money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And our UNLV digital president has had thousands of one-on-one conversations with students and parents. From education to government to the entertainment space, we're applying AI into digital media in innovative, never-before-seen ways. So, this tech exists. It's out there. But we've only ever seen it in movies? Why? We asked the same question. Our solve was to bring together some of the best minds in AI with accomplished creatives in the film, media, and advertising space to create the world's first and only AI Media Lab.
So that gives you a little sense of the stuff that we work on. So why AI guides? We really look at these as the next evolution of brand marketing. And the superpowers are really, it's able to reach interactively audiences through any channel. You know, we can do these on the web. We can put a website and anything with a connection. They can click on it and start talking to it immediately. It builds one-on-one trust and companionship because it is so immersive, and we can take the personality of different people and use their voices and faces to build these great experiences. It also gives on-the-spot personalized support. So it's really personal and kind of connects with the user where they're at. It also creates emotional connection, and we've learned this through deploying several different products out there. And then it drives proactive engagement. So not only when they're speaking to it, it's personalized, but it can also reach back out and check on them based on the things that they've spoken to it about. So with these AI guides, customers can do a couple things. They can find information, learn information, and enjoy information. And really, it all starts, every AI guide has find information. You know, it's transactional data. So our AI engine can digest a ton of information. And based on that information, it drives what's really more important, which is that transformational information. So, you know, I might be at step 1. And so based on my transactional information, it can talk to Russ and, you know, guide me down into an onboarding process. But if somebody's maybe, 5 steps ahead, it can realize that and drive them into a personalized experience that's maybe more practicing something or troubleshooting. So these are really things. Plus, we can put them in different places like the metaverse and social media, and we can wrap them with a character that feels very, very real. So our target market, if you think of digital human space as conversational AI, human agents, we can kind of tackle all 3 of those in general. They're a massive space, obviously. There's a ton of conversational AI chatbots out there, some small section of digital human companies, and then a ton of human agents. So really what we're looking at is capturing, a small base based on our pricing plans and the markets and verticals that we're going after, which I'm certainly happy to discuss around government, hospitality, brand marketing, education. So first year, we actually landed our first year this month. And so the quick and dirty of it is we closed 8 new deals. We made 1.6 million, so we're slightly profitable. We closed 3 follow-on deals with existing customers, built a scalable platform to deliver repeatable and customized AI guides. And we lowered the cost and time of delivery by 75% in 1 year, which was incredible. And that's not me, that's the team that built this stuff. So if we think of competition, some of them are competitors, but also potential partners. And so if you think of advertising agencies, they're super creative, which we have that creative team in-house, but they're really expensive and they don't usually mess with a ton of tech, especially AI. Chatbot digital human companies, they're more, they don't typically, some don't put a face and voice to it. And if they do, it's pretty generic and they can't do it at a price point that really makes sense. And then visual effects studios do the best animation. I mean, we've all seen Princess Leia in Star Wars, but that is incredibly expensive and it really doesn't translate onto a lot of this stuff. So this is kind of our competitive matrix. From left to right, where we really play is a custom version with a voice, a face, or it's a character. And we're able to do that at a scalable price point that's really, really difficult to compete with. Customer traction, in education, government, branding, healthcare, and a pipeline to follow that really is the same. And more of what we're trying to build right now, these are what our customers have done. So these are just a couple samples that we can share today about some of the things that we've done in education and government, in entertainment and brand, in edutainment. So again, it can be characters, it can be hyper real, it can be avatar based, and it can be in the metaverse. So these are some of the fun things that we're working on. So our business model, AI platform, we're really going after SMBs and enterprises, and we're really wanting this money so that we can do a true SaaS subscription because we're bundling it right now because we're a bootstrap startup and we have not had funding thus far. And so the idea is we can start these out at $3K a month and get them all to probably $10K plus a month for the bigger brands. And we can sell those as a year subscription to our platform, and then we can upsell. So we actually have 3 of our clients on $2,000 a month right now, recurring revenue. So customer acquisition channels is really direct sales and channel partners. So a lot of these folks can add this to what they're already doing, which is nice, and be able to sell alongside of them. The team has been in software for quite a bit of time. Rami, our CCO, is an award-winning director. We've, I and Monty and Rob been in software for over, 15, 20 years and have specialized, capacity really within the AI space. So we're looking for 3 million in a seed round, 50% going to sales and marketing, really to get out there in these verticals, 20% R&D and delivery to invest in lowering the cost. And then, since the economy is where it's at, we want to maintain 30% operating capital. And then I have one more final message before we end.
Hey, Startup and Vice President Biden, I just wanted to let you know that my friends at AI Media Lab really know how to create amazing experiences. My Joe Biden TikTok campaign got 140 million views. I'm telling you, these folks are really good.
All right.
Just to wrap things up, thanks again to Russ and H for presenting today. 2 super interesting presentations. And thanks also to everybody who came to see it and all the folks who asked questions, whether you've been on Zoom or you're watching on YouTube Live, or maybe you're watching this thing later as a recording. Thanks everybody for coming out. And especially to our investor group who's been here looking at this. Whether you're a founder or you're just a startup geek like me who just loves looking at this stuff and tracking all the activity and growth in our startup ecosystem in Nevada. It's fantastic to see two really cool technologies like this breaking out in Vegas. So just a few program notes to wrap up. First, founders, if you are out there looking for capital, please apply on startupnv.org. Go through the process, and hopefully you'll be here on a Wednesday afternoon with us someday soon. Our VC funds lead rounds that invest between $100,000 and $400,000. So come and talk to us if you're raising. Investors, if you're curious about how to become an investor, we have 4 opportunities for accredited investors and qualified purchasers. Our pre-seed fund, Fund NV, which invests in 20 pre-seed startups, just like the ones you saw today. We have an annual conference fund, Angel NV, that invests in 1 to 3 startups every year. Minimum investment for the startups is $400,000. Minimum investment for an investor in Angel NV is $5,000. So if you're looking to learn, it's a really cool way to learn how to be an angel investor without putting too much capital at risk before you know what you're doing. We have just started a seed fund, the 1864 fund, that will do follow-on investing in some of the things we've already invested in through our accelerator, and also do first-time investing in seed startups that are sort of at that $500,000 a year run rate or more, with a little bit of market traction. Our investor syndicate invests in all kinds of deals, including that one flawless one I talked to you about that may or may not be Nevada deals, but we look at all kinds of interesting deals that are out there. So if you're an investor and you're curious about getting involved in any of those things, just check us out at startupnv.org. There's a whole page on investing. There's a form you can fill out, and we'll get on the phone with you or on a Zoom with you and tell you what we've got for you. And community members, sign up for our newsletters. Just fill out that pop-up, that super annoying pop-up that comes from our friends at HubSpot on our website to get all of our newsletters and email and everything else, and we'll keep you up to date. And everybody else, just follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube. Those are our 2 big platforms. We also do a fair amount of work on Facebook and Twitter, but LinkedIn and YouTube are our biggies. So if you follow us there, you'll keep up with everything that's going on with us. And again, thanks to the founders, Russ and H, who pitched today. Awesome job. And everybody who listened in, and to our investor group who makes this all possible, investing, and to our team. Maggie, Logan, Audrey, Eric, Ray, and Kara, and anybody else. I'm sorry, forgetting you. Audrey, wherever you are. None of this would be possible without you guys. So we'll see everybody back here in 2 weeks. For 2 more presentations. Until then, everybody take care of yourself, and if you can, somebody else too. And we will see you back here in 2 weeks. Stay safe.